Yo, what's up, people? I'm back with another video, and I'm back with another rant. Okay, and my rant is going to be aimed directly to the Verge. Okay, and this is why when you take information from journalists or critics, you have to you have to know going in that it's going to be some bias, media bias. I mean, media bias is everywhere, on social media, on televisions, on podcasts, on radio shows. Fox News is going to be biased towards, I mean, they're not going to make, they're not going to have articles or segments that's going to make the Republican Party look negative, or our president look negative, look bad. A lot of these journalists, it's not about exposing, or it's not about giving the information to the public. Some of these guys can sidestep and make the information favorable, even if it doesn't give. I mean, if it doesn't really tell the essence of the truth, and if it doesn't make, if it does, they can make bad press somehow and spin it favorable as good press. And the Verge, and I check out their articles constantly, and this is the first time, when you look at the header, the title, it is obvious. And when you start reading between the lines of the article itself, you know that they're trying to make this into something something negative. And allow my brother to explain. All right. So the Verge talked about how this new firmware update that the PlayStation 4 has is going to, this new update, a lot of features that the PlayStation 4, that they're integrating into the PlayStation 4, a lot of these features are going to exist in the PlayStation 5. And one of the things is voice chat. All right. And there's a feature in voice chat that will allow the user to record information on someone that's talking in the voice chat. And let's be fair, let's be honest. Microsoft has it. Sony has it. Any type of device that has a voice feature, or if it utilizes voice, the corporations have the ability to record conversations. Okay, Alexis has it. Remember back in the day when everybody was talking about how the Kinect can is listening, it's in standby mode, and it's listening for you to say Xbox on. Well, it's also listening to your conversations as well. And how everybody was saying, "Oh man, I don't want Kinect, because Kinect can record your conversation." Remember how everybody was talking about that? And by the way, Alexis listens to your conversation. I hate to say her name because it's going to make my phone go into my features, because I have it on voice command. But Siri has those features. Any type of Xfinity, their cable box has a voice feature, has a voice command. Just about every device in your household has a voice command. All right. And let's keep it all the way 100. Even at work, they have cameras in place, cameras that you can obviously see, and they say it's for security. And they also have hidden cameras and hidden microphones. So yes, while you at work, your corporation is listening to your conversations. They're also watching you. Okay. Case in point, there was this journalist at ESPN, and I can't think of his name because his name escaped me, because he lost his job. Because and the reason why he lost his job is because he was, secret in meetings. They would have these meetings, and then when they're done with the meetings, he would go tell his source what ESPN was doing or what they was talking about in their meetings. Okay, and he lost his job because of that. All right. And I can't think of the guy's name. I guarantee you I'm going to think of his name when I'm done with this live stream. And if I can remember his name, I'll put it in the comment section. And I'm pretty sure somebody's going to say it in the comment section as well. But this has been a part of our lives. Like, I know for a fact it's been in our lives for like over 15 years. So for anybody that sits up here and say it's invasion of privacy and that's not fair and they shouldn't be, man, this has been in our society for a long period of time. Okay, the technology was always there. All right, but now with this feature, Sony is allowing their player base, like if someone is in voice chat, party chat, and they're saying homophobic slurs, if they're talking racist, if they're talking reckless, endangering your life or their lives, now you have the ability to record that conversation and report it to Sony. All right, and then Sony has the capability to, if it's deemed serious or a serious threat, they can hand it to the government or to the local authorities. All right, and somehow, some way, the Verge called this as snitching. All right, and another aspect of this, I get so sick of people using slang words in modern day life. Okay, in gaming. All right, you're a snitch if you report something. How being a snitch is a bad thing. First of all, I get so sick. It's a two-parter here. I get so sick of a lot of people using slang terminology and then apply it to the corporate world or to the gaming world. There's some aspects in life that don't need to go together. And street life and gaming life, they're totally two polar opposites. They don't go together. It's not peanut butter and jelly. It just doesn't work. It's more like oil and water. The rules don't apply. The street mentality does not apply to gaming life. Okay, and to me, in the streets, if you accept crime on the streets, if you accept being in a gang, then you accept everything about being in a gang. The good, the bad, the positive, the negative. All right. You reap the rewards when you was a gang member. Now accept the punishment of being a gang member. And that's the reason why a lot of gang members, current and former gang members were told was against 6ix9ine. Not, because he accepted the code, he accepted that lifestyle, but when it came time to, when it came time for your punishment, now you don't want to accept the punishment. All right. And that's why so many, and I'm not talking about celebrities and rappers. Now, there are some rappers that are tied to the gang life. There are some celebrities that are tied to the gang life. Okay. But there are some people out there that's using snitch as a terminology, and you're not from the streets. The street rules do not apply to you. Now, here's an example. If you're a gang member, or if you accept the life of being a criminal, all right, and you go rob a business, the owner has a right to report you. If he catches you red-handed and you run away, that owner has a right to report it to the proper authorities. He is not dry snitching. He is not snitching because he did not accept the gang life or the street life, the criminal life that you accepted. All right. But if you are a criminal, all right, let's just say you and someone else, y'all rob a liquor store, you get caught, all right, but to lighten the charges on you, or possibility of you walking out of these charges being a free man, you then turn around and start snitching on your fellow person who didn't get caught. All right. There's a reason why you got caught, because you did something stupid, or said something stupid, or told somebody. All right. And that's the reason why you got caught. The other individual that you robbed the liquor store did not get caught because he did the right protocol. You did not. All right. So I say all that to say this. I get so sick and tired of journalists all of a sudden wants to be studio gangsters. Okay, now it's snitching. Okay, when the journalists, the guy, I mean the people at the Verge, none of them has a criminal background. None of them have gang ties. None of them really know what street life really is, but you use these terminologies that you hear in music videos and in songs, or just random out and about, and then you try to apply these terminologies to your articles or to the way you talk. All right, and that's being a culture vulture. All right, you're stealing things from a life that you are not committed to. You don't know nothing about. So why is everyone out here in the gaming world? And I hear this, a lot of YouTube content providers use this. Oh, you a rat. You a snitch if you go report somebody to YouTube. Like if somebody uses your content, all right? Or if somebody that's not even in that realm of life that you're trying to predict, that you're trying to portray, that you have no credibility in that life, but you know some of the terminology, you know some of the slang, now you want to apply that against somebody that done reported you, and now you calling that person dry snitching when they didn't welcome that life with open arms. Neither did you. All right. So my whole thing about it is, I wish people stop using a street terminology that they see in music videos or songs, and then they apply this terminology in their own life. Whether it's a YouTube content provider, whether it's the Verge, any type of journalist. Okay, everybody wants to be hip. Okay, everybody wants to be a front runner. Okay, everybody wants the good things. They deem the good things about street life and gang life. They want the good things out of it, but they don't want to take responsibility of the bad things that folded out of that lifestyle. All right. So that's one thing. Okay, well, it's a two-parter. All right. And damn, this light is beaming on my ass. Okay, so yeah, the Verge. Well, let's go into the article. So yeah, this has been going on for 15 years. Corporations, businesses, jobs, schools, courtrooms, they always been surveilling you. Surveillance. Okay, this has been going on since the history of time. All right, it started off by people watching you. Then it started off going into technology with cameras, and now they're adding in recording. Okay, that's why a lot of people get caught in the corporate world. When they're when they have a meeting in the corporate world, they come out of that meeting and then they go tell their sources from other businesses what the strategy is in their business. Okay, that's they consider that as you just stealing money from the corporation. And I'm still trying to think of the reporter from ESPN that got busted that way. All right. Martha Stewart got busted that way. Okay. And my whole thing of it is we have always been, me, another thing, me as well as anybody else who's African American, we all had experienced this. And and what I'm about to say, a lot of African American males and females can validate what I'm about to say. Okay. Like, you can go to any business. Okay. You can go to Target, Walmart. I don't care where you go. All right. You go. All right. The fact that you walk in there as an African American, all right, you are already presumed watchable. Like, if they have their security team in there and you come into the business, you can have an empty cart. You could, if you got a hoodie on, if you're black, if you pose, or if you're posed as a threat, or if you're posed as somebody that's the standard look for a shoplifter or whatever, they're going to follow you a little bit. And they're gonna, and as long as you take care of your business, as long as you shop, you don't, do anything out of the norm, they're gonna watch you for a little bit, then they're gonna move on to the next person. All right. But when you walk in, you're gonna get that first look. All right. And when they and when they're done looking, they're gonna say, okay, he or she is obviously a customer, and then they move on. But they don't go after, they don't go like right off the gate looking at someone that they deem not a threat. If you're, if you're, if you, if and it's all about race. Okay, it's all about perception, it's all about perspective. Okay. uh if you've been the majority of your time catching shoplifters and the majority of them are black, then you're going to lean towards anybody that's African American. You're going to really take a hard look at them, because that might be the one. Okay. However, while you're looking at that black individual, there's 3 or 4 other people that you didn't deem a threat walking out your store. Shoplift, these private investigators, these top flight security guys, uh, 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 these personnels, they only catch like maybe 5% of people who shoplift. They don't catch the majority. Okay, they only catch a small sample size, because guess what? You can't watch everybody. Okay, so you start looking at people that you deem a threat as far as stealing something in your store. Okay, you're gonna knock them off the list, and then when you're done, you're gonna start evaluating other people and their activities around the store. When they moving a little shaky, they moving a little shady. Like they're hovering over the high price items and things of that nature. That's what you're going to go after. All right. Not to say it's wrong or right. Like the first person, like if you see a black person, you automatically assume that that's a threat. Okay. I'm not here to put guilt on anybody or place guilt on you. I'm just telling you that's how they're trained, and that's how they operate. All right. So, and I'm not giving them an excuse either. All right, because you should treat everyone the same. You should if you should do your job, and when you're doing surveillance, you do your surveillance on everybody, not just, okay, he fits that description. Okay, it's called racial profiling. All right, that's what a lot of a lot of these people do. They racially profile. They have a picture in their mind of someone who they deem as a threat. All right. And that's how it goes. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I can finally see people's comments. What's up? What's up? You see me, I see you. All right. So that's what and surveillance has been going on in our world since the beginning of time. The technology has improved so much that now they can now not only they got cameras that can zoom in, stop, pause, a screenshot. They can literally find out what you're doing if you're doing something suspect. And now they got technology out there. A lot of corporations don't want to admit it, but they got microphones in they got microphones in workspaces. Okay, they got cameras. They got high-tech cameras in workspaces. They got cameras that you don't even know about hidden in workplaces. Why? Because corporations like to you know surveillance their workers, their workforce, to see what they're doing. A lot of people think, like if you're a worker and you always late, and then the one time you go in there late, they take you to the back and they have a conversation with you, and they talk about how that you're late all the time. And then after that meeting, you walk out and you go like, yo, how do they know I'm always late all the time? Because even though I'm late, I'm here before management. So how did management know that they're late? And then you start assuming that your coworkers are ratting you out and dry snitching. Now, that may be true, that your coworkers may have, put that in the ear of the management team. But then what management do is they start surveilling you. They have cameras everywhere. They got cameras when you come in, when you go out. Yes, they have technology where, they could technically go into the computer, see what time you clock in, what time you clocked out. Okay. But but if they went with that information and that information alone, you're going to say, well, I was already here and I was working and I worked so much I forgot to clock in. All right. So you're going to always have that built-in excuse. Well, with a camera, if you supposed to be in there at 8 and they got video footage of you coming in there at 8:15 or 8:30, it's going to be hard for you to have an excuse like that. Like when you at work and you're talking about something, all right, that's not productive, that has nothing to do with the corporation. And then they take you to the back and they say, well, I heard, you and Biff had a conversation about blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. Hey, yo, that's not productive. That ain't what we're about here. We would like for you to stop, talking about stuff like that. And then you be wondering, yo, how do they know that? What they know every word what me and Bill said at the desk. How would they know that? Okay. And they know that by the surveillance, by the technology. They got cameras, they got microphones. All right. And that's why a lot of managers are so on top of it. Like they're so unfadable because they know your whole conversation. And when it comes to the corporate world, it really doesn't matter the corporate world. When it comes to just your, like retail or anything, they even monitor your social media accounts. Okay. Facebook, I tell a lot of people this all the time about Facebook. If you got a Facebook account and you got friends and you got you got coworker friends on Facebook, they can and one of your coworkers is friends with such and such is friends with one of the managers or something like that. Do you realize that if you realize that they can read your messages that you send out to your friends? Did you know that? Okay. Unless you private the message, all right, but then you run the risk of them screenshotting the message. So when it comes to it was a matter of time for consoles to start catching up with what's going on in the world. It's just a matter of time. So to me, this new feature that the PlayStation 4 has, it ain't nothing new. Xbox been doing it for a minute. All right. They've been capturing people's conversations. All right. And if you think that they're not, you got another thing coming. Plus, Sony has always been doing this, okay? The only difference now is they're going to leave it up to you. If you want to record the conversation, record, if you record something and somebody was totally homophobic or totally racist, or if they talk about, offing off somebody, you can record that conversation and just go ahead and send it to Sony rather than report it to Sony. And now Sony's got to go back and try to figure out which party chat you was in, figure out the time. What if you was in a party chat for like 12 hours? Okay, so now they got to go through all 12 of those hours and figure out. Now you have the ability, when somebody does that, okay, now you can record it or you can screenshot it and you can send it directly to Sony. You just eliminated the middleman, all right? And the Verge, the only problem I have with the Verge is calling it snitching. And like I said earlier in this live stream, man, y'all got to quit applying terminologies and slang that that's street code, that's a gang code mentality, and then try to apply it to everyday life. The two just don't jive. The two just don't mix, okay? The gaming lifestyle and the hood lifestyle is like oil and water. Y'all try to put things together, all right? And I gave y'all an example on why I think you shouldn't be doing that, because one, you didn't accept the gangster mentality, you didn't accept the code of the street, okay? So why are you using the terminology from the code of the street? You didn't accept it. All right. So the street code and the gangster code, the gang code is you didn't accept that lifestyle. So y'all view this lifestyle like a buffet. Y'all pick and choose what y'all want to do. Y'all don't want to pledge in being a gang member, but y'all sure do like acting like you a gang member. All right. Y'all like to pick the terminologies that the gang members, y'all like to throw up the signs and all that good stuff. But see, the thing about that is y'all don't want to accept, there's a cold reality about the gangster lifestyle. Some of y'all don't want to accept that. Y'all just pick and choose what you want to accept like it's a buffet. It don't work that way. You either in or you out. Okay? And that's the problem with a lot of people in this world today. Everybody wants to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be a gangster. But nobody wants to take the responsibility of being a gangster. Y'all love to use gang codes and talk gangster, but when it actually comes down doing the work of a gangster, y'all don't want it. So it's like a buffet to y'all, all right? And that's the only problem I have with the Verge. Like, yo, man, just comment about the features, okay? Stop using gang terminology, calling it snitching, when it's a feature that's going to be beneficial for the long haul for the Xbox community, the PlayStation community, the PC community, the Nintendo community. All right, you got to. Okay, look, I understand people, and I think another reason why people are, upset about this, why people calling it ratting, why people calling it 6ix9ine, and oh man, we're gonna have a community of 6ix9ines, and everybody's gonna be snitching, everybody's gonna rat. Okay, you know why a lot of people are against this feature? Because there's a lot of people out there that the reason why they don't want this feature is because they don't want to get caught they don't want to get caught on, it's okay to be a troll, but a lot of y'all take it overboard. A lot of y'all want to, talk reckless to somebody, have the freedom and the capability to talk reckless, and there's no consequences or repercussions on it. Y'all want to talk about people's mamas and wives and baby mamas. You want to talk about, be homophobic. You want to talk, you want to talk reckless, talking, racial. Okay, you want to be racial about it. Okay, yeah, y'all want to continue to talk that way, but you don't want to pay the cost to be the boss. So if you want to talk that way, and it's a free country. Yeah, freedom of speech is free. You have the right to say whatever you want to say, but there's consequences and repercussions on what you say, and a lot of you guys don't get it. A lot of you guys think, man, I can just say whatever I want to say. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say, but there's consequences and repercussions. Some of y'all don't want to go to. Some of y'all don't want to pay up. You know how like you at the club and you put it on my tab. You just drinking up. You living it up. You living it up. You celebrating. You tipping the strippers. You tipping. You doing you. You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the night, there's a tally, and now you got to pay up. A lot of you guys don't want to pay up. A lot of you guys want to just constantly just go in the club. Like if social media was a club, a lot of y'all just want to go in there, talk your ish, okay? Be homophobic, be racial, try to be disrupted. And thanks, my brother. Thanks for subscribing, my brother. A lot of y'all want to do that, but y'all don't want to pay up. Like I said, you have the freedom to do whatever, you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say. Just know going in, you got to pay up. It's simple. And when you do have to pay up, take it like a man. Don't hide, don't lie about it. Don't say, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way," or "Oh, I didn't mean to say it that way." No, pay up. If you was racial in a party chat and you get reported, all right, and the authorities come knocking at your door, and then they say, "Well, we got you on camera. We got audio of you saying this, that, and the third. You was also threatening someone." Okay, where can I pre-order my PlayStation 5? If you're talking about now, nowhere. Now, nowhere. And let me get into the PlayStation 5, then we'll get back to what I was talking about. As far as the PlayStation 5 goes, if you want a PlayStation 5 this upcoming holiday season, you're not a patient person, you want it now. Dow JP Winford 877 cash now. You want your stuff now, right? Then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to if you want a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox One, an Xbox Series X, and if you want it now, you want it this upcoming holiday season, then the best way you're going to be able to get it is go on eBay. It's going to be pricey. It's going to be expensive. A lot of people got this, and I was going to do a live stream about this. A lot of people got this narrative floating around that Microsoft and Sony, when they actually release the consoles, that they're going to have consoles galore at your friendly neighborhood GameStop. Like, there's going to be consoles everywhere. You just go walk in and just buy a console or pre-order a console. And I'm here to tell you, the same thing happened with Wave 1, 2, and 3 is going to happen at launch. There's going to be consoles, but it's not going to be a lot of consoles. All right? So if you want to stand in line, and that's going to be your last line of defense, by the way. If you want to stand in line, okay, and get a console. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to pull in. If you want a console, and you want to, and that's going to be your last line of defense if you wanted this upcoming holiday season. I suggest to you that you're going to have to basically you're going to have to camp out at Best Buy, Walmart, or GameStop, wherever. And when the doors open, when everybody's trying to get their pre-orders, you better be in that line as far as copying it then. If you don't cop it when the consoles are launched, then you might as well wait. Be a patient man like myself, or wait. All right. If you're not impatient, that's the only line of defense for you to get either of those consoles other than eBay. eBay is another route, but you're going to pay a lot more. All right. But back to the topic at hand that I was talking about. And I appreciate all the love that y'all giving me. Yeah, the Verge article, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because when you start going deeper into the article itself, I mean, they was making it sound like this is like a snitch. This is a snitch move. All right. And to me, I don't know any staff member or journalist at the Verge that was affiliated with a gang or street life, or understand the codes of the streets, the laws of the streets. Okay. And I hate when people merge the street life or the gangster life into gaming, because they're two polar opposites. Okay. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even the same. So why are you mimicking a gangster lifestyle or a gang lifestyle or a street code lifestyle and try to apply those rules into gaming, into a gaming lifestyle? Okay, it makes no sense. But it goes to show a lot of you guys, y'all really don't know nothing about the codes of the streets. You really don't know about what it takes to be a gang member. All right, because the internet, okay, because they internet gangsters, you know that. Yeah, I know that. But my whole point of it is the Verge article. All right, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because none of those cats don't know what it takes to be in a gang or street life. So, okay, it's like a buffet to you guys. Y'all pick and choose what y'all want. Okay, I like this about the gangster life. I like this about the street code. Okay, but y'all don't want to, y'all pick and choose like a buffet, but y'all don't want to accept everything. Okay, if you want to be a gang, if you want to accept if you want the gangster lifestyle, then join a gang. But once you join a gang, you accept everything about being in a gang. Okay, just like the street life. All right. And I said that earlier in my live stream. You probably caught it midstream. But yeah, I was a little salty about the Verge article, because there was a lot of terminology in that article that it came off like a slap in the face to people that's really out there grinding in the streets. That people are really out there that are affiliated, gang affiliated. All right. And it's kind of insulting in a way. All right. And I also stretch it off into YouTube personalities and things of that nature. I don't know what happened there. It got rejected. I don't know why your message got rejected, but never, my whole thing about it is I kind of got, this feature is very beneficial for the gamers, for the gamers, kids that are underage that shouldn't be exposed to all that slang and terminology, where parents it's a hard in 2020, being a parent in 2020, it's hard being a parent. Now you got this pandemic to worry about. You got COVID-19. You got all the other things that you worrying about in life. You got to worry about school. Is your child going to be affected by COVID-19? You got all of this stress going on as a parent. You want your life to be somewhat less stressful. And I feel like this feature is very beneficial for parents out there who are monitoring their kids. Because let's just be real. Let's be 100% real. A lot of people don't want to be 100% real on YouTube. Gamers, when you game, the majority of the time, you're going to be gaming alongside a kid that's 10, 11, and 12. And they don't understand that type of terminology, but they're going to use it. They're going to be like copycats. Okay, you heard someone call somebody a snitch. You're 11 and 12. You don't even know what the definition of a snitch is. All right. And then you try to apply it at your school or with your parents. Oh, stop being a snitch. You don't even know. And that's what I'm talking about. And a lot of older adults who are like 20 or 30 or 40 years old, they still don't know what the terminology of a snitch is. So stop using terminologies you don't even know nothing about. That's all I'm saying. I wish the Verge could understand that. I wish, content providers on YouTube will understand that. People on social media will understand that. All right. It's like oil and water. It don't make any sense. But yeah, I'm gonna read the rest of these comments. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thought I had some more comments. Apparently I didn't have no more comments. I wish all of y'all the best of luck of getting a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. But like I told you guys in my last video and a couple of weeks back, I'm a patient man. I'm just gonna get it after the holidays. Okay. I wish you the best of luck, but your chances are slim if you think you're gonna walk into the GameStop when these consoles are launched. If you think you're just gonna happen to just walk in there and it's gonna be a gang full of PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X, you got another thing coming. All right. And then I know a lot of people thinking, well, Black Friday's around the corner. I can get it when Black Friday comes. All right. If you think that they're gonna have consoles galore at Best Buy and Walmart, Target, GameStop on Black Friday, you got another thing coming. A lot of retail outlets are upset about this because a lot of consumers has been blowing their lines up, has been emailing them and saying it's their fault why there's a shortage. But in actuality, truth be known, and like I said in a video a month ago, I thought the best course of action for Sony and Microsoft to do was suspend these next-gen consoles until next holiday season. By then, you would have manufactured more consoles that you can have, and you can satisfy more people next holiday season versus this holiday season. But Microsoft was waiting on Sony to make that move. Sony was waiting for Microsoft to make that move. And here we are. All right. Everybody's ticked off at Microsoft, Sony. Everybody's ticked off at GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, wherever you get your consoles from. Everybody's ticked off at everybody. Okay. And a lot of people are going to have, a lot of kids are not going to have that next gen console under their Christmas tree. Okay. A lot of people who are fans of these consoles are not going to have these consoles at when they come at launch. And a lot of these people, even though they pre-ordered these consoles, they still not going to get this console until after the launch. Okay, so nobody's not going to be happy. There's no winners, just a bunch of, there's a lot of losers. All right, so I'm an impatient man. I'm waiting till after the holiday season. That's what I'm fixing to do. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm fixing to do. All right, so I'll holler at y'all later. It's your boy. I'm Chris Don One. I got some more content along the way. I'm gonna have something uploaded later on today, maybe tomorrow, and I'm gonna have some more good stuff over the weekend. I'm up out of here.